Would you be upset at your friend, if they'd gained a little bit of weight? You'd respond with kindness, compassion.
Hey, I'm Marty Smiley and this is How Are You, a show brought to you by Kids Helpline. Over the last few months, Kids Helpline have gotten a lot of calls about this topic, body image in isolation. And you can see why. Our routine has been thrown out of kilter. There are a lot of things going on that could change our perception of ourselves. So I wanted to chat to someone who knows a little bit about that, a body image activist, a writer, a coach. It's Sarah Bryan. Welcome, Sarah.
Hi, Marty. Thanks for having me.
Do you think that this COVID-19 pandemic has had an impact on people's body image?
I think a lot of people are feeling quite worried about, potential changes to their bodies. So, feeling anxious about, having to eat certain foods or, not having access to certain foods that they normally would. Exercise is a big one. So, people enjoy moving their body, going to the gym, yoga classes, swimming, whatever it may be, and they're afraid of their body changing.
How is it linked to mental health? People might not think this kind of situation we've been in has an impact on your mental health.
It has a huge impact on mental health. So I think there is a common misconception that body image issues or, food anxiety aren't serious enough to, reach out and ask for help. Regardless of how small you think your body image issues are, they can feel really small or start small, but then they can just manifest into something big.
As the restrictions start to ease, people may want to flock to the gym, start their new routines. Is there something that we should be maybe just, is there a word of caution to all of us who may be heading back to the gym, introducing new diets into our lives after the lockdown restrictions ease?
Look, regardless of, the lockdowns easing, my sort of view is with this stuff, dieting and exercising is to listen to your body. And I think exercise has sort of become something that's, really structured, but it doesn't have to be structured. You could, do yoga, do a 15-minute, half an hour yoga session on your mat in your house. But by all means, if you enjoy going to the gym and, doing a really intense workout, then absolutely. But if that's not something that makes you feel good, if it's something that becomes resentful, then explore ways that feel good to you.
Being isolated can kind of make us a bit more hard on ourselves when it comes to the routine and habits we used to have. What's important to keep in mind when it comes to that?
It's reminding yourself that you are doing the best that you can. And I always go back to treat yourself the way you would treat a good friend. So, would you be upset at your friend, if they'd gained a little bit of weight? You'd respond with kindness, compassion, and care. So I really encourage you to show that same kindness, compassion, and care to yourself during these times.
Do you think social media is having an impact on the way that we see ourselves and how we perceive our body image?
I definitely think so. So a lot of us now are spending a lot of time on, video calls. We can see our reflection staring back at us.
So true.
And it can be really distracting as well. So, instead of engaging in the conversation or listening to, what your friends or family are saying.
And knowing that there's 7 people looking back in a meeting.
We're seeing our faces reflected or our bodies reflected back at us. We're maybe seeing flaws or, perceived imperfections for the first time. Yeah, just keeping that in mind and, making sure that social media or, your video calls are making you feel inspired and uplifted rather than leaving you feeling flat.
If you're really intrigued by that chat and you want to find out more information about some of the things that we talked about, head to kidshelpline.com.au, or if you want to get something off your chest, if this brought something up for you, then hit them up on web chat, via email, or give them a call for any time, any reason. 1-800-55-1800. Next episode, we're going to be talking about love in lockdown.